this speech completely sober, so I'm going to skip over quite a few pieces here. There's some things I'm not allowed to say. So I've known Matt for about 24 years now. And the first memory I have is of Matt. It's of looking at Matt from my crib over to his crib, and he's sleeping and I'm freaking out because it's dark. I can't imagine a life without you. There is no Dan without Matt. What I can remember is that douchebag Nathan coming along and I gotta skip some nonsense randomly. Here we go. We've known each other our entire lives. 4,204,800 minutes on 2918 North Wisconsin Street. 1,576,800 minutes in Canada. 1,576,800 minutes on 5350 Wind Point Road. And 1,051,200 minutes in Minnesota. We've been through a lot, and I've been a dick pretty much the entire time. I love you more than you know or believe, and I've watched you go from a one-eyed patch to a sensitive kid with dreams of being a basketball star to a completely unique and painfully determined man with his whole life ahead of him. I've watched every decision you've made play out perfectly and not so much. I've watched you fall in love, I've watched your heartbreak, and I've seen you grow. And I've loved every second of it. I've learned to appreciate what makes you happy, and we've both learned to accept each other for who we are. An annoying, self-centered firstborn, and a loving, selfless middle child. Karrisa. I've watched Matt fall in love my entire life. I've seen him in love in many ways. I've seen, and there's 7 kinds of love. I didn't write this out probably because I was dead sober. Eros love or passionate love I've seen with you. I've seen his love philia, which is a love of friendship, David. I've seen him love agape in a universal way, whether it's Ruxin or an ant on the street I'm not allowed to step on. I've seen his more practical love in the way he tolerates me even when he probably shouldn't. And most importantly, Karrisa, you have taught Matt Philotia. I googled that. That's how you pronounce it. It's self-love. Never in my life have I seen Matt happier than he is when he's with you. He's found his calling in life and is going to be the best GD science teacher the world has ever seen. I envy the kids who will get to learn from him. You two are a power couple to be admired. I love you both, and I look forward to watching you two make the world a better and smarter place. Cheers to the bride and groom.
Yay! Woohoo!
Thank you. Okay, Dan and Danielle, Sorry, I really thought that one was going to happen first.
Ouch.
Man. Wow. Just wow. I'm just kidding. I'm the father of the groom, my lovely wife Sue. We're going to keep it short because that's what all the sight's sake. Keep it short, people want to hear you jabber on. Thank you for everybody. Yeah, goodbye. Thank you to everyone that's come and joined us on this wonderful occasion. I want to thank Matt and Chris for planning an awesome wedding. I want to thank Chris and Becky Steiner for raising an incredible woman. And I want to thank the groomsmen and the bridesmaids for being wonderful and supportive friends for these last several years that they've known them. And I want to thank Dan and Matt for being awesome brothers. Sorry, Dan and Nick. So, Dan and Danielle have been dating for some... Sorry, Nathan. It's been great progress. And I also want to thank my buddy Jordan for officiating. He's way more comfortable than I am, and he's really good.
He sucks.
So, you can imagine it's really hard to be a woman to come into the Rankin family. For two reasons. The matriarch, who goes by the initials from her son, HBIC, the head bitch in charge. She had really come into our household, so I'm super proud of Karrisa. And the boys, you know, as Dan articulated in minutes, we've moved a lot. And so our kids are really close. We had some trauma this year with Nathan's health, and I was really proud of how close the boys were, and I was really proud of their fiancés for coming together. I was going to say that. Yes, but when you come into the Rankin household, you're kind of jumping into the octagon. And those girls, they hold their own.
Go girl.
So we're going to keep this short, and I'm just going to skip to the advice. Marriage is not 50-50. Sometimes it's 70-30, and sometimes it's 30-70. And you're going to get through it. And marriage is long, hopefully, and it will balance out in the end. Try to dream about life in the future. Set some goals for the two of you down the road. Don't focus on being right, because that's not important. Focus on being kind, humble, understanding, and patient with each other. I am so happy to have you as part of our family, and you've made one of Sue's lifelong dreams come true that I couldn't do. She has a daughter. We love you. We think you guys are awesome. We're so happy for you guys, and we're so excited that you are part of our life, and the whole Steiner family.
So I have to tell you a little bit about the first time we met Karrisa. It was May 6, 2016. Marie and Tim Becker were over at our house. And in walks Matt with this girl, and then Matt goes to the bathroom, and she's sitting there with us, talking to us, and we're just talking for quite a while. Really cool, really engaging girl. They leave, and Marie turns to me and says, "Who was that?" And I say, "I have no idea."
It was Wonder Woman.
But after the last 2 years, you've hung out at our house, and I've never met a more comfortable person who can be around all different kinds of people, and has been such a welcome addition into our house.
Let's all raise our glasses. Here's to Matt and Karrisa Rankin. To everyone's terror, Michael wants to come up and give a speech.
All right, toasts are done. Next up is dancing in the barn. So let's make our way into the barn for first dance.